New book highlights the history of America's presidents. Joining us now is author and travel journalist, Mr. Bill Cleveland. Bill, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Hey, good morning.
I was going to ask you, what is the new book about? It just said the highlights of the history of American president, but what really do you get into in this book?
Yeah, so as a travel writer, I get to drive all over the country, literally all over the country. Cool. And I started kind of nerding out on these presidential sites like more than a decade ago. And I had went to the, I think it was the Gerald Ford Presidential Library. I didn't even know what a presidential library was. Yeah. And I remember when I was there, they had a display, and they had, in this display was the tools that they used in the Watergate break-in. And I thought, well, wow, who's saving all this stuff? Like, it was crazy. And so I thought, well, what other sites have things like that? And so it kind of began this journey of more than a decade of just going to all the presidential libraries and historic sites and things like that. And yeah, so I wanted people to be able to take a road trip of their own and go to all these places.
So you're talking beyond just, oh, I went to Mount Vernon while I was in Virginia. No, that's George. This is just every single one, like the one for President Ford.
Yeah.
The idea for it was brilliant because most people would do this, but they wouldn't think, let me write a book about it. You kind of connected all your worlds, and then now we have the book.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't call it brilliant.
I mean, come on, that's pretty cool.
No, it's a lot of fun, and what's really neat, so I'm a big fan of like putting your own 2 feet in places where history took place, right?
Yes.
So
yes.
You mentioned Mount Vernon, but you know, you can go to Montpelier in Vermont. You stand in the library where James Madison, you know, started working on the U.S. Constitution. You know, you can go into all of these places and actually stand in spots where history took place, which is pretty neat.
So how many locations are we talking about here? Did you drove to all of this?
Yeah, well, over the course of of my travel writing career, it's like 13 years I've been doing this, and so yeah, so there's 100.
Oh my God!
Yeah, I do all my travel books. I put 100. I think that's a manageable amount, and so yeah, you can totally do it. Wow. Maybe not in a weekend.
Some of the most interesting, you mentioned the tools for the Watergate break-in. Yeah. What are some of the other interesting things that were kind of unique?
I mean, I learned so much while doing this, and you know, I'll have an event coming up in Carlsbad on Tuesday, and we'll talk about some of these stories. But like, for example, you know, Harry Truman's presidential library in Independence, Missouri. It was pretty interesting to learn that when he first started, you know, he had an office there, and he would go into the library. But back then they didn't have, you know, an answering service, right, or a receptionist. Right. So he'd be there on the weekends working in his office, and people would call, like you and I would call and ask for directions. He would answer the phone, and so people would be talking to the President of the United States and have no idea.
No, I said make a left at the intersection.
Yeah. And so I thought that's kind of cool. Yeah. One other thing that's kind of neat about all these places is that you know, you kind of see them presidents as a human, right? Because we forget that they're, you know, in our long history, you know, there's less than 50 of them, so we have them on this pedestal. And you know, when you go to their homes, go to these libraries, go to these museums, you really start to see them as, you know, human beings, which is pretty cool.
It's one thing to talk about the things that's like the most interesting places you visit, but what about a big surprise? Was it anything that really just kind of took you back and said, whoa, I get the Truman answering the phone might be one of those, but like, what was the thing that you went, what the what?
Oh my gosh, that's such a great question. You know, we're looking there at a video of Ulysses S. Grant's home. Yeah. That's actually pretty interesting. So he spent, right there, you see the cottage.
Cool.
He spent the last 5 weeks of his life there, and that's where he wrote his memoirs. And it was really neat to be in there. You stand right next to the leather chairs where Grant spent, because he had throat cancer. He couldn't sleep laying down. So he'd sleep in these leather chairs. And so you actually get to, you're standing like right there.
That's the chair.
Yeah, I mean, so that part's pretty cool.
Which state or states have the most presidential history? Obviously, I would think New England-y?
Yeah. So Virginia, Ohio, those, in, you know, New York, Pennsylvania. So I know that's quite a road trip for you folks in California. And you don't want to go back this time of the year, certainly.
No.
But yeah, so most of the places are going to be concentrated in the back. But what's cool about the book is we did an index, and so you throw this in the glove compartment, and you know, if you're driving across country, you look in the index, what state you're in, and you can find out which presidential sites are near you.
That's pretty cool. What about San Diego? Do we have any presidential?
You have nothing. No, I'm kidding. Well, so California, two of my favorite sites actually are the Nixon
We got the
Presidential
Nixon,
Library. You can see
Yorba
his birthplace, yep, in Yorba Linda, and of course the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library, which is super cool. I've been to all of the presidential libraries, and that's at the top of my list. Mainly because they have the huge Air Force One, like suspended from the ceiling. Like that's pretty neat.
Those two are two really good presidents.
They are. They're really good.
Some of the best.
They're very good.
Okay, so what's happening tomorrow? People can come meet you. Maybe they can call the city library. Maybe you'll answer the phone.
Maybe I'll answer the phone.
And then give them directions about how to get there. How about that?
Yeah, so it'll be at the Carlsbad City Library. Starts at 4 o'clock. It's about an hour-long presentation. Lots of really great stories. A lot of good video content. A lot of fun. We'll do some Q&A and do a book signing.
Very cool. No dress code for the presidential houses there, Bill? Come on now.
No. I'm a travel writer. We don't dress up. This is as nice as it gets, man.
Oh, you look fine. Listen, this is so cool. I love all this presidential stuff and seeing that. It's like I feel the same way. It's like that's where he sat to do the thing, and that's where they sign. I try to tell the kids. Take them, and they're like, Dad, let's go have lunch.
They'll appreciate it one day.
They will appreciate it one day.